He's done the same thing at least 3 other times since November, and we're learning that accusations against this man date back far longer than that. He now faces multiple charges of indecent exposure. Lavon was on the Phoenix College basketball team, but was expelled in the fall of 2019 for 3 separate accusations of public masturbation.
I'm Team 12's Erica Stapleton in the Alert Center. After about 4 weeks in coronavirus quarantine, an Arizona family is getting closer to coming home. Bob Dixon from Glendale says he and his family showed no symptoms but still had to be quarantined on their cruise ship in Asia and now are at an Air Force base in Texas before heading back to the Valley. Early next week, he tells us they're expected to be evaluated and cleared for release. For more on this story, stick with 12 News.
And coming in at number 3, a student charged in connection to a hazing case at Hamilton High School pleaded guilty today. Nathaniel Thomas pleaded guilty to aggravated assault and was sentenced to 6 months probation. He was also ordered to pay up to $5,000 in restitution. Thomas was accused of participating in the sexual assault and extreme hazing among football players that took place on campus between September of 2015 and January of 2017. He was the only teenager to be charged as an adult. Now to saving you money on this Friday, Walmart is working on its answer to Amazon Prime, and it's called Walmart Plus. Recode reports the retailer will start testing the membership program as soon as next month. It would bring a rebranding of its existing Delivery Unlimited service, which charges customers $98 a year for the same-day delivery of fresh groceries. Additional features may include allowing customers to text their orders, plus discounts on prescription drugs at Walmart, pharmacies, and a scan and go service, letting shoppers check out in stores without having to wait in line. And now to a pulse on health. How much wine is too much wine? Many people like to enjoy a glass during dinner or while watching a movie, but some researchers say there's been a spike in alcohol-related illnesses because people are overindulging. A lot of those cases are in women. Researchers say women are doing a lot of heavy drinking and sometimes don't recognize the signs that something is wrong with their body. Doctors say they struggle getting patients to cut down on drinking at home because it's often how they're connecting with their partners. Well, do you think you're a better parent to your kids than your parents were to you? If so, you're not alone. There's a new survey that found 3 out of 4 people think they're doing a pretty good job on the parenting front. Researchers from Osmo found a lot of parents run their households differently in an effort not to repeat their own negative experiences from growing up. A lot of today's parents say they refuse to spank their kids or punish them by sending them to their room. The days of making kids stay at the table all night because they haven't finished their dinner are also over. International Olympic Committee head Thomas Bach says the Tokyo Olympics are going ahead as planned. That's despite all those fears over the spread of the coronavirus. He spoke to Japanese media, also mentioning that preparations are underway for the games to begin in July. Fellow committee member Dick Pound said earlier this week that the decision to cancel could be put off until the end of May at the latest. Many heavy smokers are not getting screened for lung cancer. CDC researchers looked at data from 10 states and found nearly 13% of adults met the criteria for lung cancer screenings, but among those, over 87% did not receive a CT scan in the last year. The U.S. Preventative Services Task Force reminds adults ages 55 to 80 who are current or former heavy smokers they need to be screened for the disease. Well, it's going to be a weekend packed with fun events. Here's Crystal with your forecast 411.
Sleeping in is overrated this weekend. There's too many fun events to get in on. Maybe the Innings Festival at Tempe Beach Park is calling your name, huh? We got Dave Matthews Band taking the stage on Saturday, Weezer on Sunday. Afternoon temperatures nearing that 80-degree mark with a mixture of sun and clouds. It'll be breezier on Sunday than Saturday. Also happening in the Valley, we have the Days of Hope Spring Carnival. That's Saturday from 11 to 2. 77 is the highest you'll read on the thermometer during this event, which benefits those that are suffering from cancer and family members with cancer patients. It's free to get in there. There's going to be music, fundraising, and food, lots to enjoy. Also happening in Phoenix on Saturday, the Vegan Food Fest. There'll be chef demonstrations. You'll be digging in with that temperature. Beautiful at 80 degrees, mixture sun and clouds. Phoenix, it will be breezy with gusts up to 30 miles an hour Sunday for the Festival of Chariots. This kicks off with a parade at 11. They have a float that is 4 stories. And there's also the Free Trace Rios Festival, Nature Festival, happening in Avondale, 80 degrees for all that outdoor fun. Our balmy blitz is going to come to a screeching halt as a rainmaker has its sights set on us for Monday. That's also going to wind up the winds and take down those temperatures to the 60s.
We'll worry about Monday on Monday. The weekend looks great. Thanks, Crystal. As election season ramps up here in Arizona, your cell phone may start buzzing a little more often. Campaigns are looking to rally support, and that means you might be bombarded by text messages. But is that even legal? Lisa Lucas is verifying.
The push to reach voters before they head to the polls is causing our phones to vibrate and ring. And some of you have questions about whether texts from political campaigns are really allowed. Let's verify, starting with the Federal Communications Commission. The answer under the Telephone Consumer Protection Act, which prohibits unsolicited robo-texting. But if it's a real human who sends you a text, that is allowed. Campaigns can also take advantage of peer-to-peer messaging software to streamline batches of text while still requiring a human to click send. We asked the FCC about the rules of campaigns using P2P texting and found out it's still up in the air. There's a petition pending asking that very question. But Candace wants to know how campaigns are getting her number in the first place. Here's Emory political science professor Dr. Andra Gillespie with insight.
And the easiest way for campaigns to get a hold of phone numbers is when you sign up to get election updates or when you sign up to attend a rally or a march. There are also ways that you could get access to consumer data as well.
For instance, there are private companies that collect and sell consumer data. To sum it up, we verified it is legal for political campaigns to text you without consent if a human is behind the message. And according to Dr. Gillespie, texting can be an effective campaign tactic.
Text messaging, though not as effective as canvassing, can actually increase voter turnout, which is why campaigns turn to it.
Well, do you have something you want us to verify? You can message us on Facebook or Twitter or go to 12news.com/verify. In other news, apparently there are 2 types of people in the world. People who prefer Thin Mints or people who prefer SAMOAs. We've been talking about this in the newsroom, and all because of this video Justin Timberlake posted on Twitter.
Maybe we should start a survey. I know everybody automatically thinks about Thin Mints when they think of Girl Scout cookies.
I truly think Thin Mints are overrated.
You what?
I truly think Thin Mints are overrated.
You're overrated.
For the record, Arizona's favorite Girl Scout cookie is Thin Mints. Need we say more? Yeah, maybe it's Samoas. Hey, the sold-out Selena makeup line is coming back. The limited edition collection honors the Queen of Tejano. The new line will include one old favorite, Bitty Bitty Bomb Bomb lip gloss, a bubblegum pink lip gloss with a pearlescent sheen. It's been 25 years since Selena's death, if you can believe it. The new collection will drop in April. And now to your daily cup of juice, and with the latest with Prince Harry and Meghan. The Prince and Meghan Markle will lose Canadian police protection when they step down as working royals. That's according to the BBC. However, the family will still be protected by the UK police even while they're in Canada. The couple will formally step down as senior royals at the end of next month. Britain's Prince Harry visited Abbey Road Studios in London today to meet singer Jon Bon Jovi and members of a military veterans choir. Harry and Bon Jovi spoke briefly outside the building where the Beatles recorded 11 of their 13 albums before heading inside. The two are collaborating on a special single for the Invictus Games, an international sporting event founded by Prince Harry for wounded soldiers. This is one of Harry's last engagements as a senior member of the royal family. Well, let's get back to today's talker for a minute. Should students be allowed to wear t-shirts with guns on them? And we're asking because the boys who wore these shirts, they were told to cover them up while they were at school. And this one fairly split. 64% of you saying it's not a problem for the school to ban these pro-gun t-shirts. while these kids are in school. Go ahead and keep voting for us, though. Head to 12news.com/bullhorn, and those of you watching on Facebook and YouTube, it's easy. Just go ahead and comment below. Well, it's time now for a look ahead to the stories you will be talking about later on today. Coming up on First at 4, we're continuing our tour of things spring training. We'll be heading out to the Peoria Sports Complex, a family-friendly place. That's the home of the San Diego Padres and Seattle Mariners. And that's your 12 at 12, the facts on everything you need to know in just 12 minutes, no commercials. We're always on, anywhere, anytime, on 12news.com, the 12 News app, and our social channels as well. Have a great weekend. We'll see you all soon. Coming up on Arizona Midday, we're heading to the happiest place on earth. Hey, Destry.
Coming up on Arizona Midday, I am live at the Disneyland Resort. I'm going to tell you what's new. We're talking